Welcome back. Let's start this tutorial by having a student join our Google Classroom. So in order to do this, we're going to look at Demo Class and we're going to see, under Students, that this is the code we must provide to them. TFYBTWV. So I'll jump across to another browser, and this student will go to classroom.google.com. They may see another screen, but essentially they're going to have to log in. I've logged in as that student and it brings me to this page. And this is the page where they can determine whether they're a student or a teacher. Now, within the administrative settings of Google Classroom, or in the administrative settings of Google Apps, it can be set so the teachers have to be verified. So a student can't just register themselves as a teacher and begin creating classes. So we'll say for a moment here that the student is being truthful. They say that they're a student. And it brings them to this page where they can join their first class. Now I'm going to have to get that code and put it here. So I've saved a little time and I went and got the code and copied and pasted it into here. Students, of course, would get this information in some other way. Maybe you've sent it to them in an email. Maybe you've written it up on the board. Whatever. But they'd simply type in that short code and say join. It may take a couple of moments. Okay, we can see that they've successfully joined the class. Okay, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to add several other students to the class to make it better approximate a real class. And at this point I'll stop the video so that you don't have to watch this process. Okay, I've entered some students. I am now signed in as the teacher. And when I go to students, you'll see that there are a series of students in the class. I can select them all. And I'd like to email their guardians so that they get updates as to what's going on, but I don't seem to be able to do that, and that's because I haven't turned it on for the class. So I'm going to turn it on just for this class. I'm not going to add it to all my classes right now. I'll be conservative. And you'll see that that option is still not available. Now the reason for that is I haven't invited any guardians. So I need to add in the guardian. Let me uncheck this for a second. I need to add in the guardian emails. So I'll do that here. All I need to do is type the address and then click invite. Now you can see that this person has been invited. Now they don't have to have a Gmail account to start with. You can invite them through any type of email, but then they're going to have to affiliate that. They're going to have to establish a Gmail account to get these invitations, and they'll see on their end what that process is. Once invited, I can email all guardians. And it will bring up from my district account a compose window for my email. So I'm going to say like any email, I could do the normal things. I could add an attachment, I could get something from my Google Drive, etc. I could format it as I wanted. I'm not going to send this right now. Or individually, I can email the student, email the guardian, invite additional guardians, so perhaps there are two parents or there are multiple email addresses where they want to receive it, or I can remove this guardian. When a student is selected, you also have an Actions tab, and here's where I can remove another place that I can email them, or I can mute them. So if a student is posting a lot of comments that I think are inappropriate or I just need to control that situation. I can mute this student, and although the class can still continue to comment, at least temporarily I will prevent the student from making those comments. So I will temporarily mute this student. The student can submit work. Other students won't see it. They can't reply to classmates' work or can't comment on a post. So until I speak with this student, I am going to mute them, and you can see that an icon appears next to them over here. Now, if I want to unmute them, if I've spoken to the student and it seems like we have everything worked out, I would like to give them another try participating fully in the class, I would need to have them selected, and then under Actions there will be an unmute option here, and it will tell me that the student can now reply to classmates' work, comment, and post. So let me unmute. Now remember, the global settings for everybody in the class are going to be held here. So students can post and comment, students can only comment. So these are the global settings, and these restrict the individuals as a whole. But then I can go in and mute that student if I feel that I need to do that. Let me go ahead and uninvite or remove this guardian, since it's not a real one. And that's basically how to work with a student screen. It's simple, but provides you with all the capabilities you need to be able to manage your class. In our next video, we'll talk about the About tab.